What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the week's hottest topics. So this is going to be for the week of, let's get the calendar up. This is the week of April the 18th through the 23rd. What an eventful week this has been, to say the least. I hope you guys can hear me. I don't know. I've done this quite a few times where I've recorded and I forget that I have my AirPods in. I don't know where the case is, but I'll take them out I'll take them out eventually throughout this video. But without further ado, let's talk about what's trending and what's hot this week. All right, you guys. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, I don't even really need I didn't take any notes down for it. It's stuff. This is probably going to be a bit lengthy. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is going to be the Derek Chauvin trial. So you guys know that trial has been going on for the last 2 or 3 weeks now, and the verdict came down on Tuesday. This is Thursday when I'm recording this, so the verdict came out on Tuesday, and on my TV, you know, I keep it on, like I told you guys before, I keep it on ABC all day. So so when I wake up in the morning, Good Morning America's on. Then at 9 o'clock, our show Good Morning Texas comes on. Then The View is after that. Then the local news is on. And then I watch General Hospital at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But that's neither here nor there. So the Derek Chauvin trial. So I was actually cleaning up that day. Tuesday, I was cleaning up. I was in the kitchen cleaning up, and you know, I got an alert on my phone about, you know, the jury had, you know, came to their decision about the trial. So leading up to it, I just didn't have I had a very sinky feeling in my body, because I'm like, we've saw this plenty of times where they go to court but they get off, or they don't go to court at all. So in my mind, I just had reservation. I'm like, you know, either it's going to be good or bad. Excuse me, y'all. So yeah, I was just like, I was like, I'm optimistic, but I'm also a little bit pessimistic, I guess you would say, because I didn't have high hopes that he would be found guilty. I really didn't. So they said that the verdict would be coming within the next hour. So I just continued to, you know, just do stuff around the apartment to just keep myself busy at that time, because I'm like, you know, I just don't want to, you know, I don't want to get antsy or anything like that. So I was in my living room, and I was watching something on, what was I watching? Because it was something else. It was something I was watching. I think I might have pre-recorded something, and I watched that, and I was like, oh, the verdict. So I came into my bedroom, and there it was. So they had announced that he was guilty on all 3 charges, which I was elated about that. But then I started to sit and think to myself, because I saw some of my friends on social media posting about it, and then I thought about it, because one of my friends even said it best: I'm not going to celebrate until we get to sentencing. And I was like, exactly. I thought about that because, you know, if you guys remember the Botham Jean case here in Dallas, what happened in 2018, where off-duty officer Amber Geiger went to the wrong apartment and shot and killed him. So you guys remember, she went to trial. The jury found her guilty, but when it came down to sentencing, which was the same day, I believe, she only got sentenced to 10 years in prison. And if you guys are not aware, before I came on here, I know that the Shade Room posted it. Who is hammering? But the Shade Room posted it. If you guys are not aware, Amber Geiger, I think she's only been in jail, a year and a half, maybe 2 years at this point. So she is already appealing her case, and she has an appeal date scheduled for next week. I don't know the date. And it's just a slap in the face to his family. They're never going to get both of them back, just as George Floyd's family is never going to get him back. But I would be okay. I would still be pissed, but if she at least served half of her sentence and said, okay, let me appeal now, I would be like, maybe she has some sort of remorse. But you're not even halfway into the sentence, and then they were talking about what will happen if she wins this appeal. If she wins this appeal, her sentence goes down to what, 2 years? And that means if it goes down to 2 years, that means she'll be out pretty soon. And it's just like, do you have any remorse for taking a man's life for no reason? You were at the wrong apartment, but you killed him. His family is not getting him back. But I guess you're uncomfortable in prison. So that's why I can't really 100% say that I feel relief or anything like that. I feel like it might be a step in the right direction as far as the policing goes, but then I don't, because at the same time that we got that information, we got the information about Makia Bryant out in Ohio. And this situation is crazy. Really crazy. So 15, 16-year-old girl shot and killed. Senseless. Now, granted, I know, they said she called the police to come help her because there were 3 girls there that were jumping her. So she was wielding a knife. And I'm not going to, make an excuse for that. I know I've saw people on social media trying to blame the parents. What do the parents have to do with this? Now, I will say that the adults that were around that didn't do anything in this situation, you guys are at fault for this as well, just like the cop is at fault. And why did he pull up on the scene and automatically have his gun drawn? And then you got some of these right-wing extremists talking about he was defending a young girl's life. True, he might have saved one person's life, but he ended another person's life. And when you pull up to a scene of something like with a fight, you try to de-escalate the situation before you do anything heinous. I mean, if you're gonna try to stop her, at least if you're gonna shoot in the air at an angle away from the people, or use your pepper spray, use your mace, use taser, stun gun, whatever you have. Like, I've been around many situations where there are fights, and when the cops come there, if they can't get it, if they can't get the situation diffused, they either, which I've been pepper sprayed and maced many of times, not good, but it breaks it up. People are like, oh, people screaming because they got mace and stuff in their eyes, or it's in their lungs. So I just don't understand why he got there and just pulled his gun and shot her 4 times. Like, first of all, you couldn't tackle her. You are a man. You're stronger than she is. So you could have just bum rushed her and knocked the knife out of her hand. You could have tased her. You could have stunned her. You could have maced her or pepper sprayed her, whichever one. But you took the route of shooting and killing her. It just makes no sense to me. And if you guys don't watch The View, I know, they have wavering opinions, but I want to point out, you guys can go look on social media. I know it's probably there. Go look at Sunny Hostin. So today they discussed it on The View. Joy and Sunny had about the same. Joy, Sunny, and Sarah Haynes, as well as Whoopi, all pretty much had the same, mindset. Meghan McCain, she's always off on her own little island, because she wants to talk about the fact that LeBron James posted this. What does that have to do with anything? Him posting the officer, what does that have to do with anything? Sonny made a very good and valid point, and I'm going to repeat it because it's something that I've been thinking about all week, since this happened. Let's just think about this. This young girl, yes, she had a knife. Yes, she was fighting with another girl. We don't know what she was going to do with that knife. We don't know. And I'm not going to defend it. Well, yes, I will defend it, because someone asked me this, because I was tweeting about The View this morning, and someone was like, talking about the parents. This is bad parenting. I was like, how is that bad parenting? She said it's a 15-year-old going after a girl with a knife. And I'm like, what would you do if 3 girls are jumping you? And then she was talking about the fact that this girl is bigger than those other girls. What the hell does height, weight have to do with the fight? I've seen I've seen men and women that's 6 foot or 5 foot and fighting somebody that's shorter than them or smaller than them, and they still get their ass handed to them. I wish people would stop equating height, weight, and muscle mass and stuff to being able to fight. That doesn't mean that. You can be the tallest and biggest person, but you can get laid out by the smallest person. Like, I want people to know that. But and I asked her, and when I asked her, what would you do if you were in a situation where 3 girls are jumping on top of you? You just gonna sit there and let them beat you up? And then she said, well, the cop was screwed either way it went. That's not what I asked you. I asked you, what would you do if you were in that situation where 3 girls were attacking you and jumping you? You just gonna sit there and let them beat you to death? Because that could have happened. That could have happened as well. But how the hell the funeral today for Dante Wright? Al Sharpton and Ben Crumpeter. Okay. Where was I at? Oh, talking about Sonny from The View. So Sonny made a very valid point, and it's one that I've been reiterating for a very long time. When you think about how black and brown people are treated as compared to white people, or more specifically, terrorists, because that's what they are. Oh God, I wish they could definitely put a trigger warning on this stuff when they show this footage, because they just showed the footage on the news of Dante, and I haven't saw the video footage of Makia. I don't want to see it at all. Don't want to see that footage. But back to Sonny. So Sonny was talking about the likes of Kyle Rittenhouse, who had shot and killed 2 people or 3 people? He shot and killed people. He's walking down in the street with an assault rifle, and the cops hand him a bottle of water. The man in Georgia who shot the salons up, he shot and killed people. They took him without force. Dylan Roof, he went into a church and killed innocent people, and then you took him without force, and then you took him to Burger King to get something to eat. But this young girl, yes, she had a knife. I'm not excusing that, but she didn't have, what's the difference? They kill people. She didn't. Why is it easier for you guys to take those 3 people that I mentioned in without incident, but this one girl, you can't de-escalate, diffuse the situation? I don't get it. I don't understand it. And then also, while we're talking, let's talk about the situation that happened in Chicago. Well, there's 2 incidents that happened in Chicago where the young black girl was at the McDonald's, where she's 7 years old, right? She got killed because her dad's car got shot up. Now, the violence got to stop on all accounts. I'm not gonna say black, because I see people saying, and this is on the extreme right-wing people. They love to say, oh, black lives only matter when a cop shoots a black person. What about when it's black on black crime? I hate hearing the word black on black crime, because crime is crime however you dice it. Black people kill, white people kill, Asian people kill, Hispanic people kill. People commit murder. Crime is crime. There's no such thing as black on black. That's just what they put out there to have this narrative, but it's not a real thing. But Chicago, so we gotta, we definitely have to do something about the injustice and police brutality against us, the black and brown people. But also, in the same sense, we have to also take a look in our communities and see what we can do to minimize the crime in our communities. That is definitely one thing that I know we need to do. We need to do something in our communities as well. But high on that list is the injustices against black and brown people. That's high on the list. But we do need to take a look at our own community and try to figure that out. But back to what I was talking about before I talked about this. Out there in Chicago, Adam Toledo, he was killed last week by a cop. And the cops kept saying that he was holding a gun. And when I saw the video, I'm like, where's the gun? Now, there is a big question with Adam Toledo. Why was he out in the morning at 2 a.m. with someone that was 21 years old? It does beg a lot of questions. But when you see the footage, the footage, you see them, they tell him, stop, and he put his hands up, and then boom, shot him. The kid didn't have a gun, he had ditched the gun. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I feel like some of these cops are just trigger happy. I feel like that's what it is when it comes to it. I just feel like some of these cops are trigger happy, because if you guys go look at my Twitter, I don't know how far down it is, but I posted a video last week or the week before. I posted a video. There's this elderly white woman where they never sit down. There's this elderly white woman. She was getting a ticket for speeding, and she told the cops she wasn't taking the ticket. So she drove away, right? So he followed in behind her, and when he tried to, get her out of the car, she fought with him, and he eventually tased her and arrested her, because she was fighting. Even when he was trying to arrest her, she was still struggling with him and fighting with him. She was still struggling and fighting with that man. But at the end of the day, she still got arrested. So I just don't understand what the difference is between black people, brown people, and white people. I just don't understand what the difference is. Rock said it best. She feels that they're afraid of us. I don't know if I want to say that they're afraid of us, or if they are just. Yeah, I can see. I do feel like it is a bit of them being afraid of us, but I do also feel like it's a situation where you have cops that are in neighborhoods. I don't think it's that they're afraid of black people. I think they're afraid of the neighborhoods that they are working in. But if you're afraid of the neighborhood, you shouldn't be working in it. I think that they should do a better job of getting people who work in the neighborhoods, who know the people in the communities. That way, maybe this could kind of die down. That's how I feel. But I could, it's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. And also, I want to piggyback on something real quick. Just go back to the Derek Chauvin trial. So you guys know that Maxine Waters, as well as President Biden, they've all spoken out. And now as people are saying, should our political figures speak on issues? Because Maxine, she said if we didn't get the verdict that we wanted, that we need to go. And what she was saying was, protest harder in the streets, because that's what got us to where we are now. Protesting. I'm not talking about the rioting. I'm not talking about the looting. I am talking about the civil protest. That's what made a bit of difference in a lot of this stuff. But but at his trial, they wanted to try to do a mistrial based off of what she said, and then people are trying to say that President Biden coming out and saying what he said influenced the jury. They were in sequester. Do you guys know what sequester means? Sequester means they are in a hotel room by themselves, no one around, no TV, no communication with the outside world whatsoever. So they did not see that. But yeah, and then you got the likes of Tucker Carlson making light of it. You got that dipshit CO, I'm not saying her name on this channel. You got that dipshit talking. And then you got that little clown on Twitter who's a alleged comedian, Terrence Williams, talking about this as well. I'm just tired of it. Frustrated. Very, very frustrated. And I know I saw another case last week. My little cousin, she showed it to me on her phone, where I think he was in some branch of the military. There was a black kid walking down the street. He was messing with him, and he got arrested, and he's been let go of his positions. What is it with? I know it's not all white people, so I'm not gonna say what is it with white people. What is it with racist white people? That's my thing. What is it with the racist white people? What's y'all's issue? I don't get it. But this is lengthy enough. I didn't expect to go almost 20 minutes talking about this. But yeah, you guys, get down in the comment section and let me know, what do you guys feel about Derek Chauvin case? Do you feel like, do you feel like this is a step in the right direction? Do you feel like this is justice? Or are you just waiting until sentencing to see how much time he's getting? I know with the conviction that he got, it's up to 40 years in prison, and I hope they give him the full 40 years. I really do. I don't want them to go easy on him. Let me know what you guys think about. Did somebody just knock on my door? Let me know what you guys think about Amber Geiger. How do you feel about that? Let me know what you guys think about Makia Bryant. Let me know what you guys think about Adam Toledo. Everything we just discussed in the comment section, let me know what you think about it, and we'll discuss it. But let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, next let's give out some rest in peace. So last Friday, you guys know I post my videos on Friday, and after I posted my video, it came out Saturday I saw it as I was going to get me something to eat, that Black Rob had passed away. And I don't know if I mentioned Black Rob when I was talking about DMX, but we started seeing him. We started seeing him around the time that DMX had passed away, and he was not in the best. He looked very frail. And I know I saw people with a GoFundMe trying to help him with his medical expenses as well as his living arrangements, because we found out that Black Rob was homeless. But Saturday the news hit that he had passed away, which Black Rob and DMX were fairly young. How old was Black Rob? Oh, come on, phone. Let's see how old Black Rob was. Black Rob. I love that song, Whoa. Also, Diddy's gonna help pay for his funeral. I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself. I'm going to keep my opinion to myself. Oh, Black Rob, his birthday is July 12th and mine is the 16th. Interesting. And he's born in 1969 and I'm born in 1989. So Black Rob would have been 52. So he's 51, right? But it says here that Diddy is looking. Diddy, I'm not laughing. Yeah, he would have been 52. Diddy, let's see if I can read this, what it says. Diddy helps pay for friends. Ah, damn. But yeah, it says here Diddy helps pay for friend Black Rob's funeral. But he was broke and homeless, and you ain't did nothing. But now that you know what? This is not about Diddy. This is about Black Rob. Rest in peace to Black Rob. And you guys might hear that plane flying over my head. Also, another rest in peace. So Scottie Pippen's oldest son, whose name I did not get, he passed away this week as well. Now, I don't know if it's come out what he passed away from, but I know he's just a little bit older than I am. He was 33. His oldest son, Antron Pippen. God, he passed away at 33. That is very young. But I think they said he had some some health issues. God, really sad way to go. Really sad to go that young. But yeah, rest in peace to Black Rob and to Antron as well. So let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, I don't even need my notes for this one. This was something that I was going to talk about last week, but I chose not to. Hazel E. Now, you guys, if you guys watched me when I reviewed Marriage Boot Camp Hip Hop Edition, when she was on there, you guys know that Hazel is not my favorite. Don't really see it for Hazel. So, when it comes to Hazel, it's so interesting when it comes to someone like Hazel, because she's very arrogant and she's very cocky. But I also feel like that arrogance and that cockiness that Hazel tries to exude is to cover up her own insecurities that she has. Because you guys remember when she was going at, I think it was Brooke Valentine, it was Tierra Marie, it was Masika, it was a whole lot of Shonda, she was going at Shonda. And I think Just Hilarious was also, she also included her in that as well, when she was talking about the dark skinned girls having an issue with her because of her skin complexion. I knew at that time that Hazel was doing all that stuff because Hazel is insecure about how she looks. I mean, we can just talk about all the surgeries that Hazel has had. More specifically, her nose. Now, I know the one incident was when she was in Dubai. That one I do know that had to happen, but the surgeries before that, did they really have to happen? It was just the fact that Hazel was insecure in herself. Like when she first started loving hip hop, they found some old pictures of Hazel, and Hazel, despite the fact that I don't care for her, beautiful. But now she's unrecognizable. Like when I saw her on Marriage Boot Camp, she was a little bit bigger. And I thought at that time she was pregnant, but she was pregnant, but not with the baby that she just recently had. Because you guys remember in Marriage Boot Camp Hip Hop Edition, she had a miscarriage. But, Hazel, like I said, she's done, even when Love and Hip Hop Season 4, when Tierra told her she was a Miss Nikki baby knockoff, which she wasn't lying, because she was starting to look a little Miss Nikki baby-ish, with the fake titties, the hips being done, which nothing's wrong with getting work done on your body. If that's what you want to do, by all means do it. But when you get work done on your body, make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. And when I say make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, make sure you're doing it for yourself. Make sure you're doing it for you and not for the satisfaction of someone else, or not like the Kardashians, more specifically Khloe. Make sure you're doing it. Make sure you're not doing it to keep a man around, because a man is gonna leave you for the next hottest thing walking. Like, let's be real and honest. A man will. You can get your eyes fixed, fix your nose, get bigger lips, get bigger breasts, get a fat ass sucking. Get your stomach sucked out, get your abs etched, whatever you gonna do. You can get all that stuff done. But he will leave you if he sees something else that looks so much better than you. And I hate to say this, but looks natural. Like, he will leave you. So when I say if you're gonna do it for yourself, because it makes you happy. Like, don't do it for nobody else. Like with me and my teeth, like my braces, when I had braces, I got my braces for me. Literally for me. It had nothing to do with anybody else. It was for me. And I'm still gonna get my teeth fixed, because one of my teeth are not even. So I'm gonna get my teeth fixed at some point. But do it for you and not for the satisfaction of anybody else. That's pure. Because even when I had my gap, everybody used to tell me that's what you're very handsome with the gap, but I didn't see it. I personally didn't see it. But when it comes to this surgery, like, do it for you. And that's why I think that they sit down with people before they have surgery and do the counseling. Just make sure that this is what this is one, what they want. Two, make sure that that there's not any underlying issues that they're doing this for. But with Hazel, so she went to Turkey to have a mommy makeover. And I don't understand why people go to Turkey, Belize, Colombia, wherever y'all go. I don't understand why people do that. Like, I saw one guy on my Instagram timeline. He had one. We were following each other. I think we still are following each other, because he does hair and he does men. He does the frontal. The little frontals for men. And I was interested in that. And I saw him. He went and got his whole body done. He got a Brazilian butt lift, which I don't understand why a man gets a Brazilian butt lift. But neither here nor there. He got a Brazilian butt lift, And he also got his abs etched in. I don't understand the ab etching. That's one thing I don't get, because you can tell that it's not, with ab etching, you can literally tell that that's not real. Because if you see anybody who works out and has legit abs, you see the cuts in their on their sides, you see the V and all that stuff. But I mean, it's not for me. I prefer to go to the gym and work out, because I'm working out, and I have my V line. I see it. See my V, see my abs. Just got to drop some pounds and it'll be there. But, with Hazel, like I said, she went to Turkey, got the work done. Girl, you should have just saved up the extra money to get the work done in the US, so that way, it's board certified. You can Google your doctors. You can do Yelp reviews on your doctors. I don't understand why you go out the country. I get it. It might be a little bit cheaper, but I'd rather spend the extra money and know that nothing bad will happen to me, which is what happened to her. Now, see, I didn't know about this until that annoying ass little B, Brandy, when she got on, when Shayron posted her crying, I'm like, what the hell is she crying about? And she's crying because she sent Hazel over there. Well, Hazel's a grown ass woman, so she did go up there, but Hazel's a grown woman. She could have done the research on the doctors and well, who knows? I don't know. I just wouldn't trust nothing out of the country. That's just me. I don't think I would have trusted it. But Brandy was doing that. So then Hazel's video came out. I will say, with Hazel's video, it was quite confusing to me at first, because when she was talking about they took her titties out. Did she say her titties or she said her boobs? She said her boobs. When she said they took her boobs out, now me, since I have a cousin who had breast cancer and she had a double mastectomy, I was thinking like, oh my God, they did a double mastectomy on her? And then I'm like, wait a minute. Because then she said they were leaking. I'm like, oh, the implants? And she was crying. I mean, I really thought that Hazel had a double mastectomy. Like, I really thought Hazel had a double mastectomy, the way she was talking. Because my heart was going out to her. I'm like, oh my God, she had a double mastectomy? But then she's talking about the implants. I'm like, girl, let them take them fucking implants out and, reconstruct, they can reconstruct your actual breast. Like, what's the issue? I just didn't understand it. But, and then, she said on Instagram, she put up a post that she wanted her baby to be internationally traveled by one. Girl, take your baby on the trip. I don't care. Do whatever you want to do, but not at the expense of your life. I know Hazel went on Iyanla Fix My Life, but Hazel needs more help than what Iyanla can give her, because it's the insecurities with Hazel. It's the insecurities with her. Yes, I just said it. I know I said it. She's cocky and she's arrogant, but that's a defense mechanism. That is a defense mechanism. Hazel is an insecure little girl. That's all it is. She's an insecure little girl. But damn, I didn't mean to go 9 minutes on Hazel. Ugh. But that's just how I feel about you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section and we'll discuss it. But let's move on. All right, you guys, the next thing that I want to talk about is Baby Blue from Pretty Ricky. So Baby Blue got shot. And I saw this on the Shade Room as well, or Ball Alert, one of the two. He got shot at a bowling alley. So he was celebrating the release of his new single. Didn't know he had a single. Did not know he had a single. But congratulations to him on that single. Just didn't know about it. So he was, like I said, he was outside. Actually, he was outside of the bowling alley. It was him and some other people. They were by their cars. And then they said some unknown suspects came up to him and tried to take his jewelry, and they shot him. And I will say that's one thing that even with rappers or anybody in general, I don't understand why people. Now I know some people, when they wear jewelry and stuff, they wear fake stuffs and they keep the real stuff hidden away at home and stuff. Like, I just don't get people who are, and I'm not saying Blue is flashy or anything, I don't know, but I'm just saying I don't understand people who are flashy, wear expensive, and nothing's wrong with that stuff. Nothing's wrong with wearing the expensive jewelry, the shoes, the clothes. Nothing's wrong with that. If you got it and you can afford it, by all means do it. I just don't understand it. Like, I have a cousin that's like that, and this nigga is not what he's a fraud. Love my cousin to death, but the nigga's a fraud. And it's happened to him where, he loves to brag and boast about what he has, but he doesn't have a lot. Like, he'll brag about the cars he has, he'll brag about the jewelry that he has, and he almost got his ass robbed because of the stuff that he brags about. But the people who he be bragging to, they don't know that he doesn't have what he says he has. Yes, he's able to buy this stuff. I don't know how he buys it, but he gets it. But if you see how he lives his actual life, he ain't balling like y'all think he is. Like, if y'all think y'all finna rob him for some money, homie ain't got it. Just keeping it real with you, he ain't got it. But yeah, I just don't understand. I mean, me personally, I'm gonna be honest, I like nice things. I like nice clothes, nice shoes. I like jewelry. But if I got something that costs a lot of money, if I got something that costs over thousands of dollars, I'm not gonna carry it on me. Or if I do carry it on me, you won't know that I have it on me. Like, I'm gonna be like, if I were someone who was rich and famous, I would live I already live a modest life now. But if I become rich and famous, I'm gonna live, my life is still gonna be modest. I'm not gonna buy an expensive car. I'm not gonna buy the expensive jewelry. I will buy property. I will buy things that appreciates and not depreciate. That's who I am. But let's send a get well soon to Baby Blue. And let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, and then the last thing that I think I want to talk about, if there's anything else that comes up, I will get back on here before I upload this video tomorrow, which is Friday. If there's anything else that I want to discuss, I'll talk about it and just scoot it on in. But the last thing that I want to discuss is Nina Parker. Let's give a congratulations and a round of applause to Nina Parker. She is, it's so crazy in 2021 that Black people are still doing first this, first that, first this, first that. It's just really interesting that in this day and age we still are doing first. But Nina Parker is the first Black woman to have her own plus size clothing line in Macy's. Now, I am congratulating that, but I do have a question about Macy's though. There are not a lot of Macy's around. Is Macy's on? Does Macy's have an online retailer? Are they online now? Like, I don't know what happened to them. Are they solely e-commerce? Because I know they closed a lot of Macy's. Now, I know that there's one here in Dallas at North Park Mall. I think that's the only one that I know of here in Dallas. I think that's the only one that I know of. Oh, but there's one in Galleria? Seriously? I did not know that. But I know that they closed quite a few of the Macy's. I think they might have closed them in like smaller areas. Because I know the Macy's in my hometown, they closed that one. Oh, okay. Oh, there's more than I thought. But it's not that. I do know that Macy's did close, quite a large amount of their locations a few years ago. Like, what, 2016 maybe? And I thought I know with COVID, they closed some more. When the pandemic hit, they closed some more. But yeah, Nina Parker, congratulations to her with that. And that's actually one of the first articles when you pull it up. It says Nina Parker makes history with Macy's first Black-owned plus-size clothing line. But yeah, congratulations to Nina for that. And that's a big accomplishment, no doubt, big accomplishment. I was just like, damn, I didn't know. I mean, like I said, there's, they closed some of them, but I don't know how many they closed. So it couldn't. But again, like I said, that's not to take away from Nina. Absolutely not. That is a big thing for Nina. So congratulations are in order to her. And for right now, that's all I got to discuss. Actually, if there's anything else that I wanted, if there's anything else, my bad for spitting. If there's anything else that comes up, it'll be a trending topic, and that'll be a separate video. But as far as the week's hottest topics, that is it, you guys. We do this every week, same time, same place, same channel. Until the next one, you guys, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands, wear your mask, socially distance, and we will get through this together. Speaking of which, I go and get my second Pfizer vaccine next Sunday. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to being fully vaccinated. Let me know in the comment section if you guys have taken the vaccine. And if you did, let me know which ones you guys have taken. If you guys have taken Pfizer, Moderna, get your words right together. Or even the dreaded Johnson & Johnson. I really hope you haven't taken Johnson & Johnson. But yeah, I've taken, mine is the Pfizer vaccine that I have. Oh, I'm so ready for the summer. Being vaccinated at my 32nd birthday on July 16th. I'm getting out. I gotta have fun for my birthday this year. We're doing something. I know my little cousin, his birthday is the 21st. He wants to go to Cancun. I want to go to Tulum. How y'all pronounce that? I know everybody's been going there this past year. So you know what? Maybe we'll go somewhere. Maybe I will do Cancun. But that's it, you guys. Like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell button so you guys are aware of when I drop things. I don't know if I said that. If I didn't, say it again. And until the next one, you guys, I will see you guys later. I'll see you guys later on tonight for Ready to Love. And actually, Ready to Love, you guys, y'all showed up and showed out on that video last week. Keep doing that. And you guys, also, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Help your boy out. Help me out by liking this video so that YouTube promotes me to other people. Help me out by sharing it on social media, whatever you have, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you guys have, do that. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.